It's the Jeff Adams Show.
The Jeff Adams Show is
live from Lakeland, Florida. It's the Jeff Adams Show.
Like this and like that and like this and like this. To all the small towns, not on the map. It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. To all the count.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. The Jeff Adams Show is sponsored by...
A family unit is the unit that builds up a person's personality. How you behave and what you become in life is very much dependent on your family life. At Embraced by Grace, we believe your family should come first. Children who have a sound family background and who belong to a family with strong family ties are almost always happier. Thus, one cannot deny the importance of family life. Allow Embraced by Grace to show you and your family the way to a brighter future today. Visit us online at embracedbygrace.org and start growing your happy family today.
Sean hasn't discovered Audible.com yet. He uses his smartphone mostly for social media, where he's become quite skilled in abbreviated communicating. Sean thought this skill would be good to demonstrate to a potential employer who inquired about his spare time. OMG, I totes heart soch meet. Hire me, lols. Don't be like unemployed Sean. Use your smartphone smarter. Try one of the hundreds of thousands of titles at Audible.com, an Amazon company.
The Jeff Adams Show is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/The Jeff Adams Show. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. The FBA, the Florida Basketball Association. No egos, they play for passion with heart. Great basketball. Check thefba.com for local schedule.
The Jeff Adams Radio Show is produced by Backbone Radio. Call in the phone lines now at 818-927-6205. BackboneRadio.com.
Yeah! All right. Yeah. Man, the crowd sounds louder today because we have, RC Chris's family in the house. All because of who we have in the studio. Not because RC Chris broke the internet yesterday. But anyways, welcome to the JeffAdamsShow.tv. I am Jeff Adams. Pleasure to have you guys join us today. But real quick, I'm a funny guy. I try to be funny, but I'm going to get real serious real quick and just, say something about what happened in the last 12, 13 hours, however it's been. I mean, it hasn't even been 24 hours. Yesterday I was just randomly doing a show, and, RC Chris brought a guest on. And it really changed the course of, what we're trying to do here on the show. And, I've always said, I said this on Twitter a lot, surround yourself with people with the same passions and you will do great things. And the Jeff Adams Show has always been about ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And yesterday, our own Chris Cruz just did that, breaking an interview that, quite frankly, broke our CDN that we've been using. But no, in all seriousness, our CDN's great. I want to give prop to, StreamSpot. We didn't give them warning. We didn't know this was going to happen. But literally, the numbers, we're at over 500,000 views of the show yesterday. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable what RC Chris set up and did. I mean, and the fact that, Glenn Beck got a story out of it. And we realize now how powerful the Blaze is. I mean, it can change your course of your numbers. I mean, our numbers shot out the roof. It's unreal. But, big props to RC Chris and StreamSpot. They spent thousands of dollars on servers to make sure everybody could actually watched the clip. There was a small segment with Chris and Courtney and myself edited, but the full show was on theblazenetwork.com, which is awesome. Wow. Just amazing, and I got to make it a special announcement. Not that this had anything to do with it. This was already set up. It just the perfect timing. It couldn't work any much better in radio magic here. RC is an official team member of JA Creative New Media now. So congratulations, RC Chris. He's worked really hard here, busting his butt, and I know he's been stressing out, and now you have a secure place to call yourself, a financial place to make some money, and I'm glad you're a part of what we're building here. So I'd like to introduce RC Chris, our producer holding it down. He's probably I gave him a job, and he's probably going to leave in a week because, his Twitter's blowing up.
Hold on.
Is he crying? No, he's not crying.
So beautiful. I appreciate it.
Oh, jeez.
I appreciate it.
I try to be serious,
Take it back.
and he just throws it in my face. All right. I'm never going to be serious with you again.
Love you, bro.
Yeah, I love you too,
Just
man.
bromance, according to
Hank.
other co-hosts.
And
the bromance.
Again, we got to get to this guest.
We do.
I'm so excited.
Oh.
So good.
So good.
So good.
So good.
So good.
So good.
And I you know what? I do that imitation of Justin Timberlake doing, Jimmy Fallon.
Of course.
But, let me tell you something. This guy, Braden Wood, I said your name right.
You said it right.
I didn't say Brandon.
No, you said it right.
This kid, I'm going to tell you something. How old are you?
21.
21.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think you got what, you got that Justin Timberlake vibe going on.
He does.
That's a big compliment. I like Justin Timberlake.
And Chris, I wish we could get a camera on Chris's family because she's still twirling her hair right now, looking at you. That's why we had you on the show. I mean, I'm a 40-something-year-old man, We're just going to keep the camera on you the whole time.
I'm bringing the younger generation.
The younger generation. That's right. Chris, Chris has also got a face for radio,
I think everyone has a face
Thanks,
for
bro.
radio.
Appreciate it.
I'm just messing with you.
Wait, radio doesn't have faces.
Yeah, you put two and two together. I see if you got that one.
That was a little slow for me. My bad.
But it's a pleasure to have you here. I mean, in the pre-show we were kind of talking. I couldn't stay focused with some of the prep work I had to do because I was talking to you about the music industry and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna be a lot of fun today. So Chris, do you have anything to say about what happened yesterday before we get into some news and start interviewing our co-host of the day?
No. I'm really happy to just remember, it's not about us. It's about the heroes out there, This whole story is all thanks to Courtney Huffman. And I know she's watching. So, Courtney, enjoy this because, trust me, I've opened a door for you that I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to close for a long time. Because the love that's come towards you, and I've told you this, I'm going to say it on air so it's on record. Me and Jeff are going to help you out, set up that business. So because those $20 that you might think is just $20, God is going to double it for you because he's put in his people right behind you because you stood with us on what we believe. And it's going to open a lot of doors for both of us. And you are my golden egg, so I can't lose you just yet.
Yeah. There you go. She was awesome. She was awesome on Glenn Beck this morning, too.
She was.
She did a really good job. She said she was scared, but, she literally...
She texted me right afterwards.
She slam dunked it.
She did.
She did great.
So good.
So good. So good.
So good.
So good.
So I know this probably is not relevance to you guys, you youngsters here in this room. But for me, when I was, even younger, not your age, I just want to acknowledge this guy. I mean, in real life, I never really met him, but I think he retired in Mount Dora where I grew up for a while. Then he moved back up to North Carolina. But James Best passed away at 88 years old, played Roscoe Pico Train on the Dukes of Hazzard. Classic show. I mean, I used to, before there was the interwebs, and before
Netflix.
You had to sit, I couldn't listen to music on demand. I had to sit by my radio with my cassette player and record my favorite songs on the radio. The same with TV. You had to wait. We had bunny ears on the TV, and CBS changed it all in the late 70s when the Dukes of Hazzard came out. It was an amazing show.
And how many channels were there back then?
There was, NBC, CBS, ABC.
That's it.
And then you had
awesome.
35, which became Fox at some point. But we had to wait. We had to wait for Saturday morning cartoons too. But they did a Dukes of Hazzard cartoon. This show was like, it just was it until Bo and Luke couldn't renegotiate their contract. They put some other guy with blonde hair, and brunette in there. So it's about the car, and it wasn't. It was about the cast, and it was amazing until Knight Rider came along, and that changed everything too.
Was that around the time of the Andy Griffith show?
No.
Or was that way
Come
before?
on, dude. Andy Griffith was in reruns
Oh, really?
when I was a little kid. Yeah, Andy Griffith came out in the 60s.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Just trying to
Come
do
on, I'm
my-
not that old.
No, I'm not
But
saying
I
that.
am a big Andy Griffith
I just
fan.
didn't know which one
Okay.
it was.
Someone get this out. Get out of here. No, but I just want to acknowledge it. I mean, you know, it's like iconic, you know, especially for my generation. I mean, that just changed the course of TV as we know it for my generation. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's happening more as you get older. People are passing away. It's sad. And it's going to happen to you one day, too.
I know.
Time flies by. So,
Starting to.
let's talk a little bit about you. What do you have going on? How long have you been doing music? I mean, we were kind of talking before the show. You were in a situation in a band that was going a different direction, one direction, actually. Hey.
Opposite direction.
But it was the opposite direction of One Direction that you didn't want to go that direction.
Yes.
So why, you know, and I understand that. I understand artists really well because I worked with them for 22 years and I still do.
Yep.
So why did you want to go on your own and just venture out and kind of do your own thing?
Well, the group I was with was Before You Exit. They're awesome guys, and they still make great music. But I felt like I wanted to record some songs I had written for like 6 years, a span of 6 years. I was like, okay, well, I have these laying around, might as well record them. And so I went and recorded an album, which is my album, Be Free, Be Strong. It is right here. Yeah.
And it's right here, too.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, you have one.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Chris has it.
Just
too.
look at it.
Yeah,
Look at it.
We all have one.
And it got a lot of really good responses.
Hey, can I ask you a question
Yeah.
instead of cutting you off?
Yeah.
What is this exactly?
What is it?
Does this play music?
Yeah, it plays music.
See, this is a thing that's
I know.
going away too.
It's going out
Yeah.
fast.
All right. Anyways, I'm sorry.
I still have a lot of these left. So the more giveaways you want.
Hey, maybe we can instead of these boards, we can like post all your CDs up on there. if you can't get rid of them, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We could decorate, and you could always be part of the Jeff Adams Show.
I've got like 500. So
Yeah.
as many as you want.
So you were writing, and the chorus you just said, you know what? I don't want to go this direction because I don't want to be One Direction.
Yeah. And I decided I wanted to do my own music, and this got a great response just from songs that I felt like were mediocre at first, but then I recorded it and I was like, this is great. I'm excited to release this.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, listen, I know without a shadow of a doubt you're going to be successful, and I've got a good ear. And I'm not just saying that because I made a living working in the music industry.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask you a very big question. The reason why I know you're going to make it in the music industry is just because your Twitter followers are absolutely goo-goo over you, man.
Yeah.
They love you.
And I love them.
I mean, it's nuts. But you're an artist that actually gets what it takes in this climate to be successful. Because the end result, you got a lot going for you. You're very talented. You can sing. You're a good-looking kid.
Thank you.
But the reality of it is, it's just not. It's based what we do on the show. It's not about me. It's not about Chris. It's about people.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come off that stage and you make it about the people and actually giving a rip about those people,
Yep.
you're gonna go far.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put that out there. You're gonna go far, man. You're gonna do really well.
Well, I'm excited because, I mean, Before You Exit obviously helped me a ton because we started Before You Exit when we were 13 and now I'm 21. So being with those guys for that long made me a better musician and learn how to do shows and touring. And
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
In that band, was there a Pacone in that band?
Pacone?
Was there a?
Oh, like Julian Pacone?
Yeah.
No, that was Julian in the Heartbreak.
Yeah.
Drop
Okay. I'm
Heroes.
sorry.
We played with them though. Yeah.
His dad.
Yeah.
He tried to sign me to his record label when I was still doing music. Wow. And that is when I stopped doing music when I was like 31. I was like moonlighting on the weekends. I was working in a management company, but I would moonlight, still play out. But he wanted to sign me.
Wow.
He had Triple Threat, which was a boy band. It was like a rap boy band.
Them.
And then my friend, he got saved, came to the Lord, and he became Double M, started doing Christian rap.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but anyways, I didn't know. I didn't want to know. I didn't know if he worked his way in that band. I didn't know.
No, we played a few shows with him and knew of them, but he never talked to us about anything.
And so you were working with the management company of one of my good friends that I used to work with, Mark Mercado, who manages Paramore.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you leave a great situation? I know you wanted to discover yourself, but it seemed like, you know, those guys are connected. You know, you were connected people. Yeah. And that could do great things for you. So why the sudden change? Like, you could, because most artists come in and they look at it like, hey, well, I can go on this and I'll ride this out, and then once I blow up, I'll leave. So why now and not later when you kind of made a name for yourself?
Well, great question. To be honest, I wasn't quite happy with where I was. Even if I was connected, I was not enjoying myself to the point where I felt like I should be. So I decided, well, I never wanted to be, as a kid, I told myself, I never want to be in a job where I don't want to be there.
Right.
So I got out and I've tried something new. I think I have an entrepreneur mindset of I like to try new things all the time. And I mean, my album's a new thing and my new one's a new thing. I had a clothing line for a short amount of time.
Oh, a clothing line?
Yeah. It was called Wooden Clothing. And I mean, it was just for fun. And
did it fall down like a piece of wood?
Yeah, it fell down like a piece of wood, for sure. But it was fun. It taught me a lot about business, and it was a fun project. I wanted to do something new. And so I think the love of finding something new and creating something is kind of what helped spurred me on to be like, I'll be fine if I leave.
And you know, that's good to hear that from you, because that's going to make you successful. Sometimes you have to take risk. And being a creative, or, you know, being a musician, or just being a creative person, you have to take risk.
Yep.
And some people might think you're out of your mind. Yeah. You know, when I decided to do this, people are like, you're leaving the music industry? What are you, crazy? You're not a broadcaster. You work in the music industry. I was like, oh man, I'm going with it, man. Yep. Something I enjoy doing.
Yes.
You know, because I think probably I missed having a voice. Mm-hmm. You know, when social media came out, I was all on it, you know, but I missed having a voice to be able to communicate to people. And when you stopped doing music, I lost that.
Yep.
And then when Ustream came out in 2007, Block TV, I started doing a music industry show. And that's how this kind of morphed into the Jeff Adams Show. But I wanted to have a voice, you know. Yep. I think everybody wants to have a voice.
Of course, everyone wants to be heard.
Hear me out, Ab, right?
There we go. Hey, we're just tying everything up today.
That is awesome.
Call us.
It's great.
Just kidding. We're waiting for your call. No. They're going to send us some T-shirts.
Yes.
They're going to send you a T-shirt?
No, they didn't. But I think they're going to. Or you guys are giving me one.
I got them.
You got one? Yeah.
I want a T-shirt so bad.
Hear me out. It's so cool.
It is.
It's just what we're talking about. I'm not trying to go off on a rabbit trail here, but I mean, it really is. I mean, because, you know, everybody wants to have a voice. Everybody wants to be heard.
Yep.
You know, and that's the premise of the show. You know, and I think what I'm getting from you, that's your premise as being an artist. I mean, you care about your people that support you, or
I wouldn't be doing what I do if I didn't have supporters. This album was funded purely on Kickstarter.
Yeah, tell us about that. How much money did you raise on Kickstarter?
My goal was $6,000, and people donated up to $7,200.
Wow.
So above and beyond whatever I expected, and I mean, nothing would have happened if people hadn't supported me.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday. It was what was that streaming company yesterday, Chris? I already forget the name. Jay-Z, Kanye West.
Oh, Tidal?
Yeah, Tidal. Now, I want your opinion on this, because you're a young artist, and you really don't really come from the old era how we used to do things in the music industry, because the cassette, LPs, records, CDs, that was it. You could make billions of dollars in that business.
That's it.
Because it was physical content.
Yep.
What do you think about, you know, this new site? Jay-Z, Kanye West, Madonna, all these people came together to try to, I think what's going to happen is they're going to pull this stuff from Spotify like Taylor Swift did. You know, and Taylor Swift made a point. You know, she sold 1.5 million records when she's pulled this stuff from Spotify. People paid for it. But Taylor Swift's a different, you know, I mean, she's on a different planet.
Yeah, she's somewhere else.
But this Tidal thing, you know, and we're going to get into this story a little bit, you know, and where this is going, and we'll talk more about what you're doing. But Tidal, I don't get it. I was watching some basketball on Sunday. I was watching my first NBA game in a long time. I just turned it on. It's like the Houston Rockets and Oklahoma Thunder.
Okay.
And they were running these advertisements. I said, they're already running the advertisement. It was like this real eclectic commercial. It had them all like in these chat windows, like they're all getting together, the masterminds, Tidal Music, you know. And the whole premise of Tidal Music is they want to bring back where the fans pay for premium content. Like they actually pay for records, you know, higher resolutions of, you know, MP3 files to WAV files you can download, depending with packages.
instead of
I think it's
MP3.
cool. I think they're trying to figure it out. But you guess what? I mean, for the past 14 years, people have been, pirating music.
Yeah.
Like nobody's business.
It's been shut down pretty well lately, but yeah, I agree.
Well, YouTube's notorious for it now.
Yeah.
I don't like YouTube at all. I just don't. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I got some friends that are, full-time YouTubers and what they're getting paid compared to what they could get paid. And YouTube gave them a platform too. I shouldn't knock it, but it's just like people are sick of that nonsense. And like people like artists like yourself, you're taking things in your own hands and you got to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, because if you don't do it, no one else is going to do it for you. Everybody wants to make a quick buck off an artist.
Yeah.
No one wants to do the dirty work. And then when you're saying you're looking for a manager, that's what you got to find in a manager. You got to find someone that's just going to, go with you side by side and do all the dirty work and stay faithful to that person, man.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, managers are important. And, I mean, my manager with Before You Exit, Keith, he was pretty good at doing all the dirty work for us. I mean, I felt bad for him. But, yeah, I agree. That's what I look for.
What were some of your highlights of being in that band? Who did you open up for?
Well, the best memory I have from that band by far was playing my first tour ever. I mean, I didn't know anything about touring. We toured with All Time Low, which is the band that Keith manages. They're a pop-punk, pop-rock band.
What label are they on?
They were on at Interscope, and now they're back on Fearless.
Okay.
Or
It doesn't matter.
One of those two.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyways, but we did a tour around the U.S. with them, all sold-out shows for our first tour ever. And they were all...
Were they club shows, small club shows?
Yeah.
What do you arrange when you sold out? About 1,000?
The largest one was like 1,200, and
not bad.
that was New York at the Irving Plaza, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was my first time being like above Virginia and
How old
past
were you when
Texas.
was that going on?
I was 17.
Wow. So that was an experience for you.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was awesome.
You thought you were sitting on top of the world, right?
Was sitting on top of the world.
Had all the girls throwing themselves at you?
Yeah, there were quite a lot of girls.
Did you stay good?
But there were also guys.
You a good boy?
Yes, I was a good boy.
I'm glad to hear that.
All Time Low has the even mix. Maybe, no. All right, they have more girls, but still, they have a good mix of guys and girls in their fan base, which was cool. But we were playing pop rock music at that time, so it was really fun to play the songs. It was really fun to meet everyone afterwards, and I was really into my magic at the time, so I would go out to the line beforehand. I mean, I'm kind of a shy and awkward person.
You're not.
I mean, now I'm not, because I've been talking to you guys, but initially I'm like a very inward person.
Most artists are.
Yeah. And so I would go out, and I used to have to promote to people, so I would be like, okay, how can I talk to these people without feeling so awkward? And making the situation awkward. And so I would do magic, and it was like my icebreaker. So I would go up to people and be like, hey, do you want to see a trick? And they'd be like, yeah. I'm like, sweet.
Right.
Here's my flyer for my band. All right, now here's the trick. And so, I mean, it was fun.
Let's talk about it. I mean, we were talking about the pre-show. I managed and found a lot of, Christian artists too, and some big pop groups too. But the magic stories stuck out for me. And why I would tell you this, because we're going to talk about this a little bit. There's this blog that came out, why creative people can't hold down a 9 to 5. And it really brings it to this. I mean, to kind of fun when you're not full-time doing stuff, you have to find like really odd jobs. The stuff I used to do when and it's probably how I got this, my mindset of doing talk radio, because guess what? I didn't like to be under a roof 9 to 5. If I found a job that was temporary when I was on the road, I was delivering like automotive parts. What? I'd get my stuff, I'd deliver it, I could listen to talk radio, I could listen to music, I could do whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It was great.
That's awesome. Freedom.
Freedom. You got to have that freedom.
Yep.
And so, I found this group called Group One Crew, found them, and Manny, he's now married to Angela Johnson, the comedian.
Gotcha. Oh, I know
Yeah.
Angela Johnson.
Yeah. So
Hilarious.
he used to do animal balloons at downtown Disney. $14 an hour on Sunday nights. That was his only job.
Yeah, $14 an hour for that?
Yeah. And this was years
I'm
ago.
in the wrong business.
That was years ago. And he would work one night a week for 4 hours, work off tips, and he made a killing. And he just worked one night, and then he focused the rest of the time on trying to make Group One Crew happen.
That's awesome.
But I always remembered something he said to me. He's like, he was complaining about the road because it was all, because once you get used to it, you expect things.
Yeah.
And I just said, I just cut his legs off basically. And I go, sure beats making animal balloons, right?
Boom.
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 Go back to your roots.
Yep.
So how did you get to be a magic team? Are you one of those annoying guys that come to the table at at this bar restaurant and go, hey, can I make you guys do you guys a trick?
No.
Okay.
I started out by being a nerd.
Just a nerd?
I was just a nerd in high school.
Oh, my oldest son would love you. He loves magic.
It's so fun. Like I genuinely enjoyed it. My friend in my second period in 9th grade went around to every person in our class, did the same card trick, fooled everyone. Got to our teacher, he's like, you won't trick me. I'm a teacher. I'm older and smarter than you.
Yeah.
And bam, tricked him. And so I was like, this kid obviously is like the best person in this room, so I'm going to learn how to do that trick.
Right.
Went home on YouTube, looked up the world's greatest card trick, found how to do it, and went and tried to trade it to him. I sucked. I was awful. And he was like, sorry, dude, I saw how you did that trick. I'm not going to give you my trick. And so I kept going home and trying new tricks and learning different ones. And finally, he just felt bad for me and showed me the trick just to probably make me shut up. Yeah. And then from that day on, I started doing card tricks. I mean, every day my morning routine was get phone, get keys, get wallet, get cards. I carried a pack of cards with me in 9th and 10th grade. Total nerd. But then I saw some street magic from David Blaine, and I was like,
look at you now.
Oh my gosh, that's magic. That is magic. So I went and learned how to do more street magic stuff. So now I'm more of like hey, you want to see a trick?
Are you making like money off it?
I've been tipped. Like at my job, some guy went down to a 7-Eleven when I told him I did magic just for fun. He's like, oh, I'll be right back. Goes to 7-Eleven, comes back, gives me a brand new deck of cards. He's like, show me magic. And then threw me $20. I was like,
wow.
Sure. Whatever you want. And so I did tricks for like an hour. It's just like,
I would say, your big thing is if you could figure out how to get on America's Got Talent,
show that.
Do a little magic, do a little guitar playing, do a little swooning with the young girls. Telling you.
There's
something to it. Mix the two worlds together.
Yes.
Do something different.
I was trying to, I have a really professional magician friend who's actually good at magic. And he's been trying to brainstorm with me of ways I can combine like my live show for music and magic at the same time to make it like
big Vegas act.
Yeah.
We're going to Vegas, and your man Chris is going to Vegas in a week and a half?
I heard, yeah.
That's awesome. Not a week and a half, a couple days.
That's one of I've never been to Vegas.
Oh man, you feel dirty. I mean, I'm there for an hour and I feel dirty. I'm ready to go home. It's just nasty.
Yeah.
There's just so much smut there.
I would like to go there purely for the fact that Imagine Dragons came from there.
Yeah.
Imagine Dragons is one of my favorites.
What's the other band? The Killers.
Oh, the Killers are from there too?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Imagine Dragons is amazing. I love that band.
They're so good.
You know my favorite song? My favorite song off that record, because that record was so eclectic, and they picked the big pop songs,
Yep.
My favorite song on that whole record was Amsterdam.
Amsterdam's awesome. Yep.
Isn't it?
Yep. I like Celine, Amsterdam, and what would be the other one?
But you know what? I liked them before they were in big.
Me too.
And that was on
Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, that was on their EP, the Amsterdam song.
My
and so when it
friend-
came out with the pop stuff, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
But Amsterdam was they were like a real dark group early on. Yeah.
Yeah. And the singer, I can't remember, I think he has some kind of struggle with depression or anxiety or something
Well,
like
what
that.
artist doesn't? You don't?
I don't struggle.
Well, I struggled with it bad. I was medicated and everything.
Really?
I'm not medicated anymore. I'm doing good, but
He's medicated. He has Jeff Adams show medication.
Yeah. Or occasionally have an adult beverage or something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Still kind of a form of medication.
Yeah. But hey, if you knew what I came out of, it's a different story. I've come a long way.
I believe you.
I just don't want to have any, that toxic pills in my body anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of artists do. Yeah. I remember like Matt Thiessen from Relient K. He has some anxiety or depression disorder too.
No, that's horrible.
Yeah. And I would hate, like, I can't imagine what it's like to go through that, plus being a musician.
Look at this. You got a Twitter that says, "You're an awesome musician. Someday he'll be the most famous musician that does tricks. The Jeff Adams Show." Man, your fans are crazy up on here. They keep on popping up on the screen.
Yeah, that's great.
Look at you, man. Golly.
Supportive. They're all supportive.
I love seeing that with artists. When I see like social media blow up for an artist, I'm like, there's something there.
Yeah.
Because it's about these people.
Yeah.
Because
I did nothing to deserve it.
I mean, hey, after hearing you warm up in there, I mean, I freaking love you now.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I'm not a 13-year-old girl, but,
Well, I tried to write songs that weren't meant for just 13-year-old girls. I would like a male audience too, and I don't care what age. I just got word the other day that some of the fans in the Philippines are going to be like grandparents. I'm like, sweet. Bring as many grandparents as you want. It'll be a party.
Yeah.
So, I mean, young, old, middle-aged, I don't care. As long as you like music. If you like mine, thanks.
Well, we got to go to break real quick. We'll be back.
Awesome.
With more Shooting the Breeze here on the Jeff Adams Show.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. It's creative comedy for ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Hey world, it's 6:34 a.m. and I'm just about to start my morning run.
For thousands of years, stories have been told. Funny, sad, thrilling, touching. Each story has been told by a different person who's given it a unique flavor, their own voice. Times have changed, we've changed, but everyone still wants to be heard. Now it's your turn to share your stories with the world with your own voice. Introducing Hear Me Out, the new way to share the real you.
Join with me on Hear Me Out app, where you could be featured on the Jeff Adams Show with Hear Me Out. Just use hashtag the Jeff Adams Show and ask us anything you want, and we might play your audio clip live on the air every single week. That's hashtag the Jeff Adams Show on Hear Me Out app. Ask us anything, and we might play your clip live on the air. So join the revolution at Hear Me Out.
I love this station.
Absolutely love the station.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are the best.
It is the best station.
Listen to J.A. Creative.
Ah, yes. Tune in. Tune in to what? What am I tuning into, Chris?
Oh, man, come on. Really? If you go to your app store, you could go check it out, tune in. Download them, search for J Creative, and listen to us 24/7.
That sounds like a great deal.
It does.
Can you do it on your Android device, too?
You can do it on Android. You can do it on your iTunes. You can even do it on the computer. Search tunein.com and search for J Creative.
But why would anybody want to take this station with them? I don't understand that at all. But anyways, go download the app. Quickly. Tune in, baby.
Boy, Chris's family, I love having in the studio because they're so loud with the claps. So loud.
So loud. So loud.
Man, what a great show, man. After a, internet breaking show yesterday, it's kind of a laid back show today. But man, great to have you in the studio.
Thanks. It's an honor to be here.
Well, we're about to get you prepared to, go out there and do your thing live. We're going to try something different in a different room here at Lakeland TV. Give you a little live environment.
Sounds awesome.
Got to swoon the women off of you a little bit, hanging around the studio knowing that you're here.
Paparazzi got to get kicked out. Can we get security out there?
You get extra points if you have a guitar.
All messing with their hair, ready to, just look at me.
Oh my gosh, it's Braden.
Yeah. Well, hey, we didn't talk about Kanye West starting his own Bible?
No, we did not.
Did you hear about that?
I didn't until you told me today.
Oh my gosh, this guy's a nutbag.
That's
no. He's a tool.
Tool.
Well, I should call him what that guy called me. This guy's an idiot.
Actually, you know what? I think he deserves a notch. He deserves the douche.
You know, when you start, I don't know, man. You know, you start calling yourself Messiah and all this stuff. Come on.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So anyways, there's a new version of the Bible that he has. You know, it's called the modern day Bible, Jesus, with a Y. Y-E-E-Z-U-S. The modern Bible. And they took Genesis and replaced everything with Kanye's name. They replaced God's name with Kanye. It's just, come on. You know, you know what annoys me the most is like everybody complains about this guy, but who still supports him?
Yeah. I don't know.
The guy's just, did you see the Saturday Night Live reunion deal?
No.
Well, he was on there and he performed a whole song on his back. And why, out of all musicians, was he asked to play Saturday Night Live? I think he's horrible.
He is.
He used to be a great MC, but man,
Yeah.
I can't stand the guy anymore.
He's a great producer.
Yeah.
But as an artist and as a religious person, I'm not going to call that religious person. Just an idiot.
Jesus walks.
Yeah, I don't understand what he's going for. And, I mean, it's just disrespectful. He's been rude ever since I've heard of Kanye. I mean, from taking the mic from Taylor Swift all those years ago to almost doing it again recently, and now this. I mean,
yeah, I don't know, man.
He's just.
I guess you could buy it. It's a hardcover book. You can buy it for $20. Might buy a couple and just burn them. Just to prove a point.
Book burning.
That would do good for the book.
You know,
But then remember that money goes to him.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let's just find his
Thanks, Dad.
warehouse. Find his warehouse, steal it, and then burn them.
Got a criminal mind over there.
Yeah, we were talking about we're talking about entertainment, and this is important to you too. But you know, Netflix has been acquiring rights to people's films. You know, like Adam Sandler's next movie is going to be featured on Netflix before it even hits the theaters.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the demise of the music industry. We were talking about, you know, Tidal earlier, and you know, everybody's like, "Oh, the entertainment industry is protected." No, it's next. I mean, Netflix, on-demand services, cut the cord. What we're trying to do here, I mean, you know, we're cutting the cord as well. We're just doing all demand stuff and live stuff via the internet, and it's the way of the future. It's on demand. Anybody can watch you anytime they want to. They don't have to go to the movie theaters. And it's sad too because I like going to the movies.
Me too.
But I used to like, everybody likes going to movies. Yeah, I don't get to go as much as I want to go to anymore because I got kids. And I have to pick. If I do go to a movie, it's a rated G movie or PG Disney film, which is fine. They make great films. But it's going to be a thing in the past. Like everybody goes, well, everybody likes to go to the movies. Yeah, but I also like
Blockbuster.
I used to like spinning records.
Spinning the records.
But those
Spinning
are
the
coming
records.
back. Those are coming back.
They made a 13% increase 2 years ago in sales worldwide for the eclectic
amazing.
people.
Well, it's still coming back.
What was that little rap thing that you just did?
I thought you were going to freestyle.
What would I freestyle about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You let me hanging yesterday. Yo, I'm going to freestyle. Never did.
It just throws me off. It just scares me. I'm like, what's happening? Some guys with guns walking in here or something? Who do we have next? But I feel that it's just, you know, like Adam Sandler. I think DiCaprio, he has a documentary that's only featured on Netflix. I think that's what's going to happen, man. You know, you got NBC, CBS, you know, we were talking about that earlier, ABC. They have to format it on demand. And they're going to have, it's just almost like, you know, you watch one sitcom on one network. Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be the same thing with, you know, music too. I think Netflix would be stupid not to get in the music business.
That's true.
Where someone like a Jay-Z says, well, Netflix goes, well, I'll give you $2.5 million if you feature your record only on Netflix. It only streams on Netflix.
Wow.
That's the way of the future.
That would be
you
genius.
cut deals like that. The new rock stars, we're going there in Vegas, baby. The new rock stars, people creating these apps, this technology that we're using right now, that's the new rock stars. That's the 80s. That's the people. If you're an artist, you want to rub shoulders with those guys.
Yeah.
Because they can change you in a day. I mean, look what Chris did with the Blaze yesterday.
Yeah.
I changed the Jeff Adams show forever. I mean, I don't even think we're ever. I hope so, but I don't know. 500,000 views. I mean, in the course of not even 24 hours.
That's amazing.
And number one story.
Number one.
Yeah. So that's what you know, teaming up with like these sites and technology can do for an artist. And think outside the box, you know, when you go do this stuff, like what can you team up with? Who, like, hear me out. Those people are great. If you can just like continue to get featured on there, do things, give them content.
Yep.
I guarantee you they're going to take care of you.
Hear me out's awesome. It's a cool idea. I mean, Twitter, but with your voice. And like for me, I posted like some of my new songs, and just do like little covers.
Are you a jabber yet on there?
No, I'm not.
You need to be a jabber.
I don't know how to be a jabber.
Chris, you got to get the
Got
email.
it.
Yeah. And you can be a jabber on there, and you can pretty much, you can use your USB. You can do a little bit more professional recordings.
Yeah.
And there you go, boom. And then that's when you're going to fly, dude.
I'm
fly
ready
on
to
it. You
fly.
take off on
One
it.
of my new songs is called Fly.
Fly.
Spoiler.
Does it go,
alert.
I
Spoiler
just
alert.
wanna fly.
On the Jeff Adams Show, he just broke news.
Did just break news.
You got to fly in a minute here. Speaking of
you
flying.
do.
Why don't you go get ready?
Okay.
And I'll come in there and join you in a minute. And this is going to be totally brand new for us, me switching rooms to go follow you.
Number one, we're flying right now.
I'm freaking out.
We're flying.
Hey, Chris, are we going to get a live camera and me walking down the hall?
We
didn't set that up
No,
today?
we didn't set that up there. Next time. When he does his magic trick.
All right.
Stinker.
I understand.
Next time,
You're
I'll
watching.
bring some magic and blow your minds.
Well, you know what? So thank you so much for joining the show. And those in the chat room that came to hang out with him, stream up, 44 viewers right now. Thank you. Probably your people too at some point, or maybe they're Glenn Beck's people. I don't know. But anyways, thank
We
you.
don't know. We got a mix.
But you got to stick around for this performance, man. I mean, I heard him warming up, and this guy's talented. You're going to go places, man.
Thank you.
You know, if there's anything I can do for you, you let me know.
Welcome to
Thank
the
you
family.
very much. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah. Anytime you want to come by, let us know. Anytime you want to break a song, whatever.
Yep.
We're here.
Perfect.
We're here for you.
I would love that.
All right. Chris, what else is going on? Thanks for coming on the show, by the way.
All right. So, as we were talking on the, some breaking news actually came in on the good old internet. Looks like the White House, the State Department, and the Capitol and the Justice Department is without power.
Why is that?
I have no idea.
Someone flew a drone in there or something?
Probably. I don't know. We'll see what that happens. But I do want to. You actually brought this story up, and I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
The money bag.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
75-pound bag of cash found on a highway in Utah, Salt Lake City. This man got a surprise when he stopped and pulled a large orange bag off the highway, fearing that it would become a traffic hazard. Needless to say, he opened it up. Boom, boom, boom. Man, he found, I guess the bag was 4 feet tall, 2 feet wide. The sack was filled with smaller bags. The currency included $50, $100 bills. Each bill of a small bag. All right, see you in a few, man. $22,000 in the bag.
That is crazy.
$22,000. Now, my question is, I mean, in the chat room, if you want to call in, or, 818-927-6205, what would you do with that bag? Would you turn it in? This guy turned in the bag to the authorities. But the funny thing about this, Chris?
Yeah.
He goes, I was jazzed all day long, he said.
He was what?
He said he was jazzed all day long.
Oh, jazzed?
Of course you are. Who wouldn't be happy?
Now, the question is, did he get a reward, or did we find whose money it was? Was it like those big armored trucks, vehicles? Like, where did the money come from? Or was it the mob?
It was an armory truck. It fell out of an armory truck, I guess. He saw it sitting there. It fell out there. I think he did get a reward, but he didn't know he was going to get a reward.
Well, that's the beauty about integrity. Personally, I will, all jokes aside, I will turn the money in because it's not my money. I don't know. It could be a prank, or it could be, stolen money.
Yeah.
I go to the bank and they trace it out. You stole the money. No, I will, of course I will turn it in. But, it's just, it's awesome that he turned it in.
He's
It's pretty cool.
jazzed. He was jazzed. That's such a, it doesn't say how old he is. Looks like he's 60-something. Jazzed. I'm so jazzed right now. Who uses that word anymore?
Old people, I guess.
Jazz hands. Oh, man. But I don't know. I think I would turn it in the back, too, because I'd be like, dude, yeah, you're right. It was social media today, someone doing a prank on you. And, you never know if ABC News, Nightline's doing some kind of thing.
Exactly,
An experiment on you.
know.
I would go, this has got to be an experiment. Where is the cameras?
Where is the cameras? Where is the cameras?
It was like that one time. Did I say this story before about Stephen Baldwin?
No.
Okay, well, one time I was in Nashville. I'm headed to Nashville tomorrow for some meetings. Come back on Friday and we head to Vegas. But Stephen Baldwin, I was at the showcase one time. He showed up on a skateboard. And, someone told me what he was doing. He was trying to start a Christian music label. And so he started talking to me. And I said, hey, man, I want to give you some pointers here. I mean, we've been trying to do this for the last, 2 years. Go up to New York. If you live in New York, just go to New York, talk to the major labels up there instead of Nashville. And I said, hey, you tried Sony, Sony Red at all? Have you talked to them up in New York? And then something just snapped in him. Mm-hmm. It went, Psh. and then he was like looking at me. He got up in my face and started going, Sony Red ain't some punk ass bitches. And I looked around. I go, this has to be a prank. This has to be a prank right now. That Stephen Baldwin is all up in my face. I was looking around for cameras. I go, I got to be punked right now. This is what's going on. And then he goes, and then this is what blew my mind, Chris. This is what he said. He goes, I got the biggest distributor in the world. It's called the Holy Spirit. And then he something went back and goes, hey, man, give me your card.
What?
What just happened? So
he just went oh, what's that? Schizophrenic on you?
Yeah, and then he just took off on his little skateboard. And then my old boss I used to work for, Jeff Hansen, who managed Creed, he was rolling around in a limo. I don't know why. And he goes, where are you at, Adams? And I say, you're never going to believe what just happened to me. And kind of told him the story. He goes, really? I go, he's in front of my window right now. And then he just hands a phone, and Stephen Baldwin picks up the phone and he goes, hello? And I just said, I got to do this. And I just yelled on the phone. I go, Sony Red ain't some punk-ass bitches. And he goes, what? Who is it? I just talked to you. I think I freaked out the ex-drugger, man. He was all whacked out going, oh, my gosh, what's going on, man? I'm not high.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was nuts. But, I mean, I don't know, man. $22,000. Jeez.
Yeah.
I could be that guy's, little retirement money.
Retirement fund, yeah.
Go to the Hard Rock Casino or something. Or, I don't know.
How about the other story you were talking about?
Which one? Well, the creative one? Yeah, we didn't get to that.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to that one real quick.
We'll go to that one.
We saw this blog. Actually, my buddy, Jeff Cruz, we talked about on the show. He posted this on Facebook.
Not related
yesterday.
to me.
Not related to Chris. But it's an interesting blog. It's 6 reasons why creative people don't do well at a 9-to-5 world. I wanted to talk about a little bit of this with our guest today, but just time flies real fast. Working a 9-to-5, it's hard being a creative doing that. And basically it just says, step number 1, because when inspiration strikes.
And that is true, especially for me when I blog. I blogged for 2 different websites, redmillennial.com and libertycanonmedia.com. And once I get that bug of writing, I have to stop what I'm doing and I have to write. And it happens about once or twice a month. So, when I can't be at work, I'm like, hey, I'm 9 to 5. Writer, go, boom. And I totally agree on that one.
Well, you know what I love about this blog, the pictures they have with it, too. Number 2, because we need to get in the zone, it's got Britney Spears doing a little dance. It's so funny. But it's true. I mean,
it's true.
When creativity strikes, you've got to get in the zone.
And we've seen it here. When we do our commercials, those commercials, all those commercials are actually done by me and Jeff. And the outtakes actually made it to the commercial. Not what we had planned. The outtakes made it to the commercial.
The bloopers.
Yeah, especially the Bob Burke commercial that we did. That was all the bloopers. We didn't even get to record because Jeff was like, hey, I got it. How'd you get? You got to see me laughing.
Yeah, and number 3, I love the video still they did on this because we need to walk away from it. We, at a 9-to-5 creative, you can't walk away from your 9-to-5. You got to do it.
Yeah.
And then number 4, because creativity is a 24-hour affliction. It is so true.
It is.
Your mind just starts going. You get a crazy idea, and that's why I'm all over the place because I'm just a creative guy, and that's what I do. I mean, I'm just I'm on. I get things done, but you got to be able to be a little bit flexible with your schedule because there's no cutoff time when creativity just stops. There's no cutoff time. Number 6, because we need that flexibility in our schedules.
And that's true, because creativity doesn't hit all the time. I'm not creative. I'm creative 10% of my time.
Yeah, if you want to see that, it's let me pull up the thing here. It's Cat George wrote that lifestyle 3 weeks ago. It's at Bustle News and Entertainment. Go check it out if you want to get more on that.
And I'll be tweeting it out with the hashtag The Jeff Adams Show.
Nice. Creative people. Well, you know what? Man, it's like the end of our week because we're traveling.
Oh, yeah, we got to tell people what's going to happen.
Yeah. We're not going to be here Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I'm going to Nashville early tomorrow morning. I'm coming back Friday, then getting on a plane Saturday, heading to Vegas. So when we go to Vegas,
you'll be able to see us.
You missed the Jeff Adams Show. You're going to be able to go to broadcastbeat.com, not the JeffAdamsShow.tv, but broadcastbeat.com, and we're streaming live from the floor. You're going to see me, Chris, Randy from Lakeland TV, John that works with GA Creative. We're going to be down on the floor interviewing people. And plus, the cool thing, you don't want to miss out on this because at night we're going to all the big parties and we're going to be streaming live. I think we're invited to one Tuesday night that we're going to be featured on the front page. 500,000 views last time Broadcast Beat was featured on this site. So we're excited about that. We're going to be so tired.
JA Creative is taking it to the next level. If you thought yesterday was good, just wait until we come back from NAB and all those creative people out there.
Yeah, and then we've got, and then Spreaker, we stream on them. We're going to be streaming the live video feed on Broadcast Beat, but we're going to be streaming on Spreaker for an hour a day, I think from 3 to 4 Vegas time, talking to, podcasters, people doing creative things. So excited about that. So even though we're not doing technically a Jeff Adams show, we're still going to be doing what we love to do, just with Broadcast Beat. So really, really excited about that. I mean, we're going to have to get a lot of sleep and make sure we take care of business,
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
Braden is ready.
He's ready?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to a quick commercial so I can get up and get out of here, and I'm going to go to the other room. Guys, it's been a great show, but you don't want to miss his performance by him. Phenomenal. And we'll see you, hopefully we see you next week at broadcastbeat.com. And, get ready for this awesome performance. Here we go. Yes. Tune in. Tune in to what? What am I tuning in to, Chris?
Oh, man, come on. Really? If you go to your app store, you could go check it out, TuneIn. Download them, search for J Creative, and listen to us 24/7.
That sounds like a great deal.
It does.
Can you do it on your Android device, too?
You can do it on Android. You can do it on your iTunes. You can even do it on the computer. Search tunein.com and search for J Creative.
But why would anybody want to take this station with them? I don't understand that at all. But anyways, go download the app. Quickly. Tune in, baby.
Now, Braden Wood on the Jeff Adams Show. Check out his new EP.
Awesome. The song's called Lead Me Home.
Pulling in for the show tonight, but my heart isn't here. Something in me just isn't right, but this one thing's clear. Yeah, all I want is your heart, and to hold your hand in mine. Distance makes the heart grow fonder, but I'm running out of time. Out on the road, so far from home, all I see is your face, but I feel so alone. I'm on my own, but I know that the road that takes me away will always lead me home. Will always lead me home. Town to town, I'm just passing time. Disillusioned and tired. What if home isn't what I left? What if it's not even there? Yeah, all I want is your heart, and to hold your hand in mine. And distance makes the heart grow fonder, but I'm running out of time. Out on the road, so far from home, all I see is your face, but I feel so alone. I'm on my own, but I know that the road that takes me away will always lead me home. Na 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 na. Will always lead me home. Na 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 na. Will always lead me home. Is where I wanna be. Home is everything to me. Home is where the heart is, and your heart is everything I need.
to. Home isn't home without you. Out on the road, so far from home, all I see is your face, but I feel so alone.